They were driving westbound on I-580. There's nothing in the truck's path. But then, the moment it passes, a figure instantly appears.
I mean, all I have to say is your car is probably the safest place to be when you're on the road. I mean, let's be real, you guys.
Two guys, Aaron and Logan, completely lost it when they suddenly came face to face with a Mexican cartel while on a trip, and the entire encounter was captured on their car's dash cam. The pair run the YouTube channel Out Off the Trail, where they usually film natural disasters, especially tornadoes. On this occasion, however, they were exploring the wilderness of Mexico, taking photos of birds. The video description reads, "We are wildlife photographers and storm chasers, and we were driving the back roads of Mexico looking for birds and whatever else we could find." This is the front-facing angle of the dash cam. The guys turned onto a deserted back road, and after driving a bit farther, they noticed in the rearview mirror that a vehicle was racing toward them at incredible speed. When the truck pulled up close, Aaron and Logan saw armed men in the back.
Oh my
Panic
goodness.
immediately set in. At first, they tried to maneuver around the truck and shake it off, but quickly realized it was too dangerous. Instead, they began begging not to be killed. A group of armed cartel members aimed their weapons at the tourists, and
Wait a second. So you can't tell me that this wasn't scripted, because first of all, look at the guy's face. Second of all, if you know this is the cartel and their faces are visible and you posted this so you can get views, y'all are done. They have already came after you. You're done. Doesn't matter how many views you have now, you are done. Seats.
a tense dialogue began, made even harder by the language barrier.
Look at this. Oh my god. Get out of here.
Oh my god, they have guns. Jesus.
Go,
Please, what? Please, what? Please, what? No, Espanol, please. We're just...
No problem.
What is this?
¿Dónde vas? What's your name?
Aaron.
Eh?
Please don't kill us.
No problem. Me, Las Vegas.
Aaron and Logan were so terrified for their lives that they nearly passed out, one after the other. In the end, the men explained that travelers had to clear their route before taking that road, and eventually let them go. On the subreddit.
Stop it. Stop it right now. The cartel let them go because they didn't know that they had to clear the road. Get out of here. What?
Reddit truckers, one user posted a disturbing video titled, "Guy on highway throws a bike on a semi-truck. Bad weather, broken roads, traffic. The life of the trucker is already dangerous. But more often than not, the greatest threat doesn't come from nature or machinery. It comes from other people. Out of the darkness, a man suddenly appears and, at the very last second, shoves a bicycle right into the truck's path. But why? To me, the strangest part is that the driver hardly reacted at all to such a dangerous situation. My first thought was that this was just a malicious person trying to hurt others, but there's another, more logical explanation for why it happened. This was likely an attempted robbery. If the driver had swerved, the truck could have flipped over, making it easy to rob the truck. Fortunately, the driver was smart enough not to fall for the trap. The surveillance footage was recorded from a pickup truck in Chile. The driver had just pulled into a highway turnaround lane when the car in front of him began to slow down and eventually came to a stop. At that moment, the doors swung open and two men got out, one of them apparently armed with a handgun. At first, the driver tried to reverse, but there was another car right behind him. The only way out was to move forward. He managed to push his way far enough to break through and get back onto the highway. During the collision, the attacker's car brake lights came on, but the impact barely affected the pickup. The footage was later handed over to the police to help identify the men. It was also uploaded online, and within a few days the real owner of the car recognized it as his. The vehicle had been stolen several days before the footage was taken, which led police to believe the men were attempting to carjack the pickup as well. It was a summer day in the San Francisco Bay Area. Eric and Brandy Gear were merging onto the freeway. By California standards, traffic didn't seem too heavy, and considering what was about to happen, that was definitely a good thing.
Oh my gosh.
They were driving westbound on I-580 near the 164th Avenue exit in unincorporated San Leandro.
Oh.
Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a plane came into view. You can hear the panic in Eric and Brandy's voices. After all, this isn't something you encounter every day. It was
And
a
nobody's pressing on the
Cessna
brakes?
172, making an emergency landing. The Gears later told CBS News that it seemed like the pilot was waiting for a clear gap in traffic before bringing the aircraft down. Amazingly, the pilot even managed to steer over to the shoulder. Brandy quickly called 911. Incredibly, neither the pilot nor his passenger was injured. Every car managed to avoid a collision with the plane. The aircraft itself wasn't damaged either, and neither were any vehicles on the freeway. According to CBS News, the pilot reported issues with the fuel pump and made the decision to attempt an emergency landing. And while it's a miracle that everyone walked away unharmed, this video is a reminder that you never truly know what might happen on the highway. Sometimes, even the sky can come crashing down. On October 1st, 2012, a car was driving along a winding road in western Russia. Although it was raining, the wind wasn't particularly strong. The road was wet, but nothing out of the ordinary, or so it seemed. As the car rounded a bend, the driver noticed the first signs of danger.
Все, Cartel. Задний ход, давай задний ход.
Several fallen trees lay snapped in half across the road, and then, right in front of him, the same thing happened again. An entire section of forest came crashing down onto the vehicle. Suddenly, they were trapped. No way forward, no way.
Wait, that's a bit creepy. Like, how does this happen? I'm confused. I've never seen this in my entire life. Have you? How does this happen?
A woman inside said her door was jammed and she couldn't get out.
This is really bizarre. What?
Although they were stuck for a while, at least they were safe. And now, they had an unbelievable story to tell. Judging by the sheer number of fallen trees, the landslide had swept across a wide front, making the event especially dramatic. A worker from central Kalimantan named Artie posted a chilling video on his TikTok account, capturing a terrifying encounter. Late at night, Artie and his colleague were heading home after their shift, when their car suddenly came to a halt on a forest road. Out of the darkness, a strange figure appeared right in front of them.
So a girl, a naked woman walking backwards?
Inside the vehicle, frightened screams and prayers broke out as the driver hesitated to move forward. The video instantly went viral, racking up millions of views. Some viewers are convinced it was simply a person suffering from a mental disorder, while others believe it was the work of a gang of robbers using horrifying disguises to stop passing cars and ambush the drivers. On the subreddit Truckers, one user posted a disturbing video titled, "Bend That Corner." It was late in the day, somewhere in Australia. A woman was driving along a narrow forest road when she noticed another car pulled over on the shoulder. As she got closer, she realized why. A large tree had fallen across the road. While the drivers were talking, they didn't realize how much danger they were in.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
A massive truck came around the bend and nearly slammed into the driver. The trucker called out to Dave over the radio. It's unclear whether the truck clipped the other vehicle, but it's safe to assume the woman wasn't hit. Since the driver's voice didn't sound too shaken, he simply pulled off the road. This incident took place in Reading, Pennsylvania, and was captured on a cab's dash cam. The footage shows the armed robbery of driver Ralph Villetta, who had only just begun his shift. This was the very first fare of the day. He was waiting in line when the passenger in the back, who had been slouched down in his seat, suddenly sat upright and began threatening him.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. If you actually take a look at this video, you will see in the back there is a sheriff directly behind this cab or Uber driver or whatever. So how is this even happening right now? You got to pay attention, you guys. Got to pay attention. Look.
Demanding cash and valuables.
Robbery, man. Right. Hey, give me all your money, man. Man, I don't. Give me everything you got. Give me that now. All right.
You see that? There's a sheriff car directly behind. And the sheriff is in there. So how is this happening? How is it happening?
Right. I can make it the easy way, or we can make this the hard way, man. Everything I got, man. Keep your hand where I can see him. I just started. What else you got? I just started. Let me see your wallet. Let me see your... I don't have anything in my wallet. We can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your wallet, and let me see your phone. I need it all right now, if you don't want to die, man. Okay. Give it all to me now. Okay.
During the robbery, the traffic light for their lane turned green, yet the cab remained motionless. Directly behind them, a police cruiser happened to be stopped at the same light.
Anything in my wallet? I don't carry your wallet and your phone. I need your wallet. No, please don't give me my phone. I need that for my... There's a cop behind us. There's a cop behind us. Get out. Get out.
Good.
When the officer noticed the car wasn't moving, he switched on his lights and got out to investigate. Almost immediately, he realized a robbery was in progress. The officer ordered the passenger out of the vehicle and quickly took him into custody. The suspect was arrested on the spot and later charged with multiple offenses. The person who filmed the video is convinced it's a ghost. And if we assume this isn't computer generated, well, you have to admit, it's strange. Slow the video down and you can clearly see. At first, there's nothing in the truck's path. But then, the moment it passes, a figure instantly appears. It really looks as if the truck drove straight through the person.
No, it went around.
The cartels in Mexico have a number of ways of extorting money from regular civilians. One of these methods has become infamous on the internet, and that's the roadblocks or checkpoints they set up on highways. This first video was captured in an unknown location in Mexico in 2020. A truck driver is forced to come to a stop after two vehicles block the highway ahead. He attempts to drive around them, but the assailants quickly exit their vehicles. You can hear the assailants yell at the truck driver as they bang on the side of his rig. The argument continues from there. They're clearly trying to intimidate the trucker, but he's having none of it.
Wait a minute.
The trucker begins reversing.
Okay, so I've never seen the inside of an 18-wheeler or whatever, but why is that stick shift right here? I mean, it's like all the way up. Did y'all pay attention to that? Why is it so high?
To create some distance between
Look at
them.
it.
The trucker seizes the moment and attempts to drive around the roadblock. He escapes successfully.
Okay.
I imagine that situation must have been terrifying, and I commend his bravery here. In this other video, taken in Madera, Mexico in 2017, Mike Thistle stops after seeing something nefarious up ahead. He slowly approaches. The man on the road is armed, and there's armed men hiding in the bushes. But, surprisingly, in this case, the driver is waved through without incident. I think this goes to show the unpredictability of these cartel roadblocks. You truly don't know what is going to happen when
those were the
encountering
police.
one. But I think either way it goes, it would be extremely nerve-wracking. In southern Thailand, a truly dramatic incident took place. A 6 months pregnant woman was riding as a passenger on a motorcycle when a wheel suddenly flew off a passing truck, heading straight toward her. Her reaction was instant. As footage from a parked car's dashcam shows, the woman ducked down just in time, saving her own life as the wheel shot past right over her head. In Claremont, Florida, a bizarre incident took place outside a public supermarket. A woman identifying herself as Lisa Ann Sloan appeared in the parking lot during heavy rain. armed with a pitchfork and a black whip, while at the same time trying to sell teddy bears. She was spotted by a Florida Highway Patrol trooper who had just pulled into the store's lot in his patrol car. Dashcam footage shows the woman first pointing the whip toward the officer, then turning back and menacingly waving the pitchfork. She even damaged a minivan by thrusting the pitchfork straight through it. When the trooper attempted to detain her, she resisted arrest, but he eventually managed to subdue her and place her in handcuffs.
Good.
Authorities believe she was likely under the influence of a stimulant drug rather than alcohol.
Right. She needed that break.
Two guys, Aaron and Logan, completely lost it.
You guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.